Welcome back, everyone. Today we're unpacking something absolutely crucial for anyone spending time on the water. Whether you're grinding away at your captain's license or just, fascinated by how we keep things organized out on the open ocean, this explainer is for you. We're going to decode a massive maritime rule today. It's the literal principle that keeps thousands of massive vessels from crashing into each other in pitch black nights and pea soup fog. It's known as Rule 6. Let's get right into it. So, here's the million-dollar question. What exactly makes a speed safe on the water? Think about it. When we're cruising down the highway, we literally have giant signs telling us the exact limit, right? 65, 70, it's a hard, indisputable number. But out on the sea? The environment is constantly changing. There are absolutely no speed limit signs bobbing around in the middle of the Atlantic. So how fast is too fast? How does a captain actually know when it's time to pull back the throttle?
Section 1. The core of Rule 6, the official maritime regulation.
All right, let's look at the exact text of Rule 6. It says, every vessel shall proceed at a safe speed so that she can take proper and effective action to avoid collision and be stopped within an appropriate distance. Now, notice anything missing? There is absolutely no specific number in that sentence. It doesn't say 10 knots, and it definitely doesn't say 20 knots. Instead, it leans entirely on these ideas of proper and effective action and an appropriate distance. It basically puts the ultimate responsibility squarely on the shoulders of the mariner to judge the situation in real time. Now, we can take that kind of dense, legal-sounding quote and break it down into a beautifully simple rule of 3. This is what Rule 6 actually means in practice. A ship has to travel at a speed that lets it do these 3 specific things. Step 1, avoid a collision. Step 2, stop in time if necessary. And Step 3, turn safely when required. That's it. If your speed stops you from doing any of those 3 things, you are simply going too fast. Moving on to Section 2. The driving analogy from the road to the sea. Let's imagine you're driving a car for a second. Look at the left side here. It's a gorgeous sunny day. The road is perfectly clear. What do? Well, you drive at a normal speed, right? You feel totally confident because you can see everything and the road conditions are prime. But then, look at the right. Suddenly, you hit heavy rain or fog. The asphalt gets slippery. You instinctively drop your speed because, well, you know you're going to need way more distance to stop. In fog, you literally can't see what's coming. If you're going too fast, you might hit someone before your foot even finds the brake pedal. So what's the natural reaction? You slow down. You adjust to your environment.
Section 3. Applying it to ships, navigating the elements.
Okay, I want you to do a quick mental shift with me. Trade that car's steering wheel for a ship's helm. You're no longer on solid asphalt. You're dealing with dynamic, totally unpredictable water. And keep in mind, ships definitely do not have anti-lock brakes. They have massive, massive momentum. So just like easing off the gas during a rainy commute, a ship has to reduce speed under specific conditions. You dial it back when visibility is poor, like in our fog example. You do it when there are a ton of ships nearby, which is exactly like sitting in heavy highway traffic. You also absolutely have to slow down when the sea gets rough, when the water is shallow, or when strong wind or currents are knocking the vessel around. In every single one of these scenarios, the environment is basically stealing away your margin of error. Shallow water changes how the whole ship handles, and strong currents can push you completely off course. Reducing your speed gives you the greatest luxury in navigation: time. Time to react, time to turn, and time to stop. Section 4. 6 factors of safe speed. The official technical breakdown. All right, here is your real-world captain's checklist. These are the 6 official factors that dictate safe speed. Number 1, visibility. Number 2, traffic density. Number 3 is the maneuverability of the vessel, meaning basically how quickly can your specific ship turn or stop. Number 4 is actually fascinating: background lights at night. Think about sailing past a brightly lit coastal city. The massive glare from the shore can easily completely wash out the tiny navigation lights of a boat sitting right in front of you. Number 5 is the state of the wind, sea, and current. And finally, number 6 is the draft in relation to the available depth of water. Draft is just how deep the ship sits in the water. If you're navigating shallow waters, your ship is going to become sluggish and way harder to steer, which means you absolutely must drop your speed. Section 5. The exam memory trick. Never forget Rule 6. Whenever you're in doubt, always go back to the car. It's the ultimate litmus test. If you cannot stop safely, your speed is not a safe speed. Simple as that. It seriously doesn't matter if you're in a tiny little dinghy or a mammoth cargo ship. If the environment, the fog, the heavy traffic, the rough seas, if it dictates that your current speed prevents a safe stop, well, you're breaking Rule 6. So, here is the distilled ultimate definition you need to lock into your memory. Rule 6 means you must drive or sail at a speed that lets you stop, turn, and avoid danger safely. It's really that elegant. The entire global maritime infrastructure essentially relies on this one perfectly simple, profound concept: adjusting to your environment to preserve your ability to react. Which leaves us with this final, lingering thought. And honestly, it's one that applies just as much to your morning commute as it does to piloting a vessel across the ocean. Are you always traveling at a speed where you can safely stop? Next time the rain starts pouring on the highway or the fog rolls in on the bay, I want you to remember Rule 6. Your speed should always be dictated by your ability to safely stop, turn, and avoid danger. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning out there, and I'll see you next time.
If you are a deck cadet or preparing for maritime exams, subscribe to Deck Cadet Academy for more simple Colreg, navigation, and seamanship lessons.